Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have news today. You may have heard this, but for those who haven't, this is just peak Trump administration. This is just chef's kiss. It would almost be funny, it would almost be comical if it wasn't so serious. The Trump administration, his fools, his clown car, put our military members at risk and they're violating government record laws. So here's the thing. Here's what happened. Pete Hegseth, Trump's DUI hire, JD Vance, his VP, who's very apparently jealous of Elon Musk, because this is about him, guys. If you saw that video or heard that audio I shared over the weekend, and then Tulsi Gabbard and others, people who are very concerned about our national security, they were using a Signal group chat to discuss war plans before the Trump administration started bombing Yemen. So you guys might know, I'm sure all of you know at this point, Trump started bombing the Houthis, the Houthi rebels. And this was done because they were attacking US ships. They were blocking waterways, which 100% is because of our support of the slaughter of innocent civilians, the genocide in the Gaza Strip. So, as soon as we stop that, this would not be happening. We wouldn't need to bomb their people. But anyway, an Atlantic journalist, Atlantic news outlet journalist named Jeffrey Goldberg. He is the one who reported that they were using this Signal chat. And the reason he knows this is because he was accidentally included in the Signal chat. Someone added him to this list. It appears to have been Trump's national security advisor, Mike Waltz, because he received, meaning this Jeffrey Goldberg, received a request to join the chat from someone named Mike Waltz. And that is Trump's national security advisor. So no one caught on to this. You have all these people. It wasn't just them. I mean, there were like over a half dozen people, as I understand it, in this group chat. And they're sharing with this journalist all of the plans. They're talking about how it's going down. So he knew several hours, he said, before it was made public. He thought it was a joke. He thought, surely they wouldn't do this and add me to this group by accident and don't call me Shirley, right? This is how careless they are. First of all, we have laws, we have rules for a reason, that you are supposed to use secure methods of communication for this reason. For this explicit reason. These people have to know that foreign governments are monitoring everything that Donald Trump's administration is doing and saying. They have to just assume that their phones are being monitored by our allies, even, let alone our enemies around the world. They have to know that these people have access to their devices and that they need to protect their communications. So by just doing this on their cell phones, possibly even out in public, anybody could have intercepted this communication. They could have, all of our service members who were involved in this, who were involved in these bombings, could have died. They could have been targeted. This is beyond reckless, beyond irresponsible. And Hegseth, you guys might know, he was just mocking a U.S. district judge. U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes had just ruled against the Trump administration and their ridiculous transgender ban. And Hegseth was saying, oh, well, maybe she wants to go train these guys and maybe she knows better and maybe she knows about wars and planning and blah, blah, blah. Really, Hegseth? Maybe don't throw stones when you live in that glass house. Yeah. I mean, this is what happens, right? This is what happens when you hire your friends and you hire cult members instead of serious people, instead of sober people, instead of experienced people. And like I said, they're violating records laws with this because people who work in the government are supposed to use certain methods of communication so that there is a ledger, so there is a record of their communication. If something goes sideways, if there needs to be an investigation down the road, Congress is supposed to be a check on them to be able to call them in and investigate and say, okay, who said what, when, who made this plan, who put this in motion, whose idea was this, to know if somebody is doing something illegal or somebody is doing something unconstitutional or just unethical that needs to be checked. And so by them using a signal chat, an encrypted messaging chat, they are skirting around our laws. They are purposely, it seems like, hiding their communication so that they can't be pulled in, before Congress, hauled in before Congress to be questioned. And so that there is no record that goes into the presidential records from each administration, because everything goes into that record. I mean, this is insanity. This administration is just lunacy. It is so dangerous what is going on. And this is 100% starts at the top. You would not find, I would argue, and I would, dare someone, bet someone to go find signal communications going on in the Biden administration. I don't believe that would be allowed. And if it was wrong. It was a violation of our laws as well. And it should not be happening. This is the same kind of crap that we dealt with in the first Trump administration. This is exactly why we all knew he could not be trusted and that this was a massive mistake that could have monumental negative consequences for our country. So heads need to roll about this, and in any other administration they would. But I can guarantee you, they're going to try to deny it. But again, they have it in writing because this journalist received this communication. So he has all of their stuff. And I will point out too, he has a message from JD Vance, from the Vice President of the United States, to the rest of these people talking behind Trump's back, saying, I don't know if Donald Trump understands that there might be negative fallout from this, that, the American people aren't really going to be happy about him bombing another country when he didn't say this next part, but the implication was Donald Trump has been saying he is the anti-war president. He's going to stop all the wars. He's going to stop foreign intervention. But then here he is bombing the Houthis in Yemen on behalf of a foreign country. And we all know why. We all know it's because he owes Miriam Adelson and so many other people who gave him hundreds of millions of dollars, to help keep him out of prison, to install him back in the White House. And, they backed his campaign. And so he's giving her what she wants. He is giving everything to Israel, including going and bombing the Houthis because we're supporting Israel. So, yeah, even JD Vance doesn't think that Donald Trump is really in the loop and understands what he's doing and how it's going to be received by the American public. So, which tells you that nobody is willing to tell him, that there is no one in this administration who has the ovaries to go to Donald Trump and tell him to his face, hey, might not be a good idea. This might not be a road you want to travel down. It's going to have negative consequences, might not go over well, even with your base. Everyone's too afraid to tell him. So, yeah, again, this is the problem when you install cult members instead of serious professionals with experience. All right, guys, I will let you know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please please share this. Please subscribe if you have not. If you can donate, really appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.